This is Jack Burton, the Pork Chop Express, and I'm talking to whoever's listening out there. Like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see. Besides that, it's all in the reflexes. You just listen to the Pork Chop Express and take his advice on a dark and stormy night, all right? When some wild-eyed, 8-foot-tall maniac grabs your neck, taps the back of your favorite head against the barroom wall, and looks at you crooked in the eye and asks if you paid your dues, well, you just stare at that big sucker right back in the eye and remember what old Jack Burton says at a time like that. Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. Welcome to our Big Trouble and Little China Movie Club live stream. Thank you for indulging me in that little silly skit. I'm Jack Burton. I'm in my awesome Tesla Cybertruck. I upgraded.
Yeah, big upgrade. We like it.
Awesome. And we are here today with our esteemed and lovely panel. We got Krystle Starr, we got Ralph Tedesco, we got Khamunaki, and we got Marilyn Ghigliotti. Shout outs to Brian O'Halloran. He is not here with us right now. He is filming Clerks 3. So Brian, we miss you. We wish you luck. And but we have a special surprise from Brian. And I also want to say happy birthday, Krystle.
Thank you. And thank you, Sir John, out in the audience. I see you. Thank you for the birthday wish. You guys are freaking awesome.
A lot of birthday wishes, Krystle. A lot of birthday wishes so far.
A lot of birthdays.
I see my Twitch fam here.
Back-to-back birthdays on the movie club. We timed it perfectly.
And didn't Brian had a birthday on Movie Club too, right? Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Oh, he did.
I'm sure he did. Yeah.
Brian and Krystle all have birthdays.
I have mine coming up in 2 weeks.
And I think
so we're going to celebrate yours next time.
I think I was on. Oh no, my birthday was on a regular live stream we've had, a virtual con. Damn it. Anyway, welcome guys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is a momentous occasion, and Krystle, thanks for celebrating your birthday on Movie Club. Reviewing one of the best movies of all time. I'm bearing the lead. I love this movie.
So you're not bearing the lead. we already know.
Everyone knows.
Chris gave it a 5.
Yes. I gave it a 5 last Movie Club.
You gave it a 5 last week. That's fine. Last month.
But yeah, for those who are just tuning in and not sure what's going on, we are reviewing the classic John Carpenter film, Big Trouble in Little China. And we got our esteemed guest. And if you didn't watch the movie, don't worry. I have a very, very short synopsis. Quote, a rough and tumble trucker helps rescue his friend's fiance from an ancient sorcerer in a supernatural battle beneath Chinatown. That's a very, very yes. So that's a very watered down synopsis, and this is a great film. And I just want to get into it. What was everyone's first experience with this movie? Was this your first time watching it? Was it your 20th time watching it? And what was the rewatch like?
I hadn't seen it in forever. And like the way that it started, I'm like, oh, I forgot this part. And then I forgot that part. And I'm like, oh, but you know, there are bits and pieces that you kind of remembers. But it's like, it was different. It was totally different watching it this time though. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was in, I don't know, high school, maybe grade school. I remember watching it a lot when I was a kid. I just don't remember. I don't think I've seen it since then, which is a lot of these movies we're doing. So it's no different.
Yeah. I think this was the second Kurt Russell movie as well.
Yeah. Well, at least we did Escape from New York. I guess that's it for Kurt Russell right now.
Yeah,
that's
I think
pretty much
so.
it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Son, have you seen this movie before?
No, I've never seen it.
Whoa,
No.
interesting.
Wow. Okay.
These are
You
like
guys-
eyes into the.
Wait, son, how old are you again? You are very young, right?
Son's 18.
Are you
No.
18? Are you 21? How old are you?
No. I'm in my 30s. But okay, so this is what's weird.
Is it Canada?
Well,
Is it a Canadian thing?
No, it's actually because okay, so I'm actually French, okay? I actually didn't start speaking English until I was like 13. So I missed like a whole lot of movies like growing up because like well they you know, I'm okay, and we didn't have like cable, like we didn't have the expensive cable, so not only did I miss out on a lot of like English like movies, I missed out on a lot of like well, I did get to watch a lot of French stuff, so I know a lot of French movies. But that's
That we
why I'm
probably
kind of
don't.
behind on all of this culture.
That's so sexy. Like I already thought you were like.
We're already with Rush on Sun now. It's going to a different level.
Thanks, love.
Wait, Krystle, wait. In your series of questions, where does Sun factor in with Arnold Schwarzenegger? Do you love her more than Arnold?
And Sam
She's up there,
Jones.
man. She's up there. Wait.
Sam Jones versus Sun versus Arnold.
Oh my god, I do not love Sam Jones. I mean, like he's a great person. Okay, just so you all know, when we did that, I was literally looking at pictures of his nakedness.
We
Like,
know. We all know.
weird. Anyway. No, Sun is absolutely amazing. We were actually in Discord and Sir John was showing us all of his Sun collections. He's got a giant posters that you have that he changes them for the seasons. So he's a huge
That's so
Zenescope
cool.
fan. Yeah, so we got
Aw.
to see a bunch of your stuff and it was just super, super awesome. But yeah, so I
That's
saw
so
this
sweet.
movie when I was young, like I really young. I would say like maybe junior high school, like a million years ago. And this was probably the first time I rewatched it in honestly like a decade, which makes me sound really old. Like there's been a decade gone by since I've seen films. I'm just like, oh geez. But yeah, I definitely forgot a lot of parts of the film. I remember it a lot. Like I remember like I love Lopan. He was great. And he was, I think I remember him a lot cooler than he was now.
How dare you? James Hogg is a national
How
treasure.
dare you?
He is a treasure. He is. But yeah, there were definitely parts in there that I was just like, what the hell? Like I feel like this movie is just like a classic 80s movie where like they just throw shit at you and you're just like, I just have to ride this wave.
You
Like,
just accept it.
yeah.
We tried to get James Hong.
It's definitely a movie that's like a teenage boy's wet dream. It's like it really like thinking back, like now watching it, I was like, wow, I loved this movie.
Same. Like I loved this movie. Like this movie was like it was a cult classic. Like we watched it during our movie club nights, when I was growing up. And it's very different. Like
yeah.
I want to know why it was.
Yeah.
I want to dig a little deeper. What do you mean? Was it because the evil guy gets to marry two women? Is that
No. I felt like it got a little campy at times, and it's like
I like that part of it though.
Yeah, but I didn't remember it being that way though. That's the thing. It's like and that's what I mean. It's like the acting sometimes was just a bit over the top. I had some notes here. I don't know. And sometimes I kind of saw that they were acting, and Kim Cattrall was like totally kind of getting on my nerves with her acting.
Oh, her acting was terrible. I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, her character.
I didn't realize that was her. So when I was younger, I didn't connect. Like, I think I was too young, to watch Sex and the City when I first saw this film. So, and I guess when I rewatched it, I still didn't put her face with the Sex and the City. So when we rewatched it with Twitch, I was like, oh my God, it's Samantha. Holy shit. Like I did not ever.
Samantha, yeah.
I never.
Now, you don't remember her from Mannequin? The best movie ever made, Mannequin.
I didn't
see
know
that's
that
the
was
thing.
her either. What?
Yes.
You never
And
saw
that's
Mannequin?
the thing.
I love Mannequin.
That's
But
Kim Cattrall.
oh my God. So
Come
put Mannequin
on.
on the list too.
Her
I guess
accent,
I
but
haven't
her
seen that in a
act.
decade.
her acting is so different in both of those, you know, and especially from Sex and the City. So yeah, I don't know which.
I wonder how she was. I wonder how she was like directed to play that character. It makes you think.
Right.
So
Can't be.
So I have some notes about that. So with John Carpenter, how he wanted the chemistry and how he wanted Jack and Gracie Law to talk and interact. It was like this very, well, obviously Jack was a parody or satire or homage to John Wayne. And for Gracie's character and a little bit for Jack Burton's character, he was recalling back to like 1930s Howard Hawks type of film where like the dialogue's really snappy and fast. And you could definitely tell that type of dialogue with Gracie and the owner of the restaurant, because I think this bakes into the other side where this movie is a blender of so many genres. It's a ghost story, it's a horror film, it's an action film, it's a comedy, it's a drama, and plus you're distilling tons of Chinese mythology and sentiments and iconography all into that one blender. So when I was rewatching this, I didn't realize how much exposition there was, and that it gave it a little bit of clumsy feel at times, especially in that restaurant scene where, you know, Gracie's like, oh yes, Lo Pan, the leader of the Hong Kong Exchange. And it's like so much exposition. But to me, that didn't really bother me because we're watching the film from Jack Burton's perspective as an outsider. So that exposition is needed because it's a lot of complex stuff that's all going around in like a short amount of time.
I think that's typical 80s too, like as well as like a lot of exposition, in a lot of those 80s films. I don't know. I mean, it felt it definitely had that vibe to it where they're constantly explaining what's going on and like the Chinese mythology and all that stuff. But you know,
the one thing that I wrote down was like that sometimes the comedy felt forced.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Especially like the slapstick elements of the comedy, like Jack getting like hit in the head with a piece of concrete while shooting a gun.
That's like my favorite scene. He shoots in the air and knocks himself out.
Not even just that. It's just you know, some of the dialogue is like, you know, it felt forced sometimes.
Well, and I wonder if that's because they originally had written this as a Western film. Like it was not supposed to be what it ended up being. So I wonder if the dialogue, you know, with the script had anything to do, like maybe it felt clunky because it was written for something totally separate.
Wait, there's a couple of things about that. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it just got rewritten a couple times too.
Yeah, it got heavily rewritten. So originally it was Gary Goldman and David Z. Weinstein, and this was originally pitched as a weird Western. So like it was supposed to take place in like Gold Rush, California. Like, but then the studio axed that. They wanted to bring it to a more contemporary San Francisco type of setting, and
Cowboy meets Chinatown.
Yeah, exactly. And then they brought on W.D. Richter to completely overhaul the entire script. The only things they left out or they left in from the previous script was the Lo Pan story. And coupled on top of that, the entire production had to be rushed because during that same year, Eddie Murphy was working on The Golden Child, which had like a similar premise.
Right, and some similarities.
Yeah, so they were like, "Oh my God, this movie is coming out 6 months from now.
They had to come out first."
We know how much Jason and I love Golden Child too.
Yeah,
I've actually never seen Golden Child, so I'd like to see that.
So good, I love Golden Child.
But yeah, I think it has to do with like the rewrites and like the time constraints because they had to rush everything to beat Eddie Murphy. So
that could explain a lot.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. Let's talk a little bit more about the actual story. Like, it's like a huge pastiche of genres. To me, it plays like a Saturday morning cartoon, and for me, I love it. But what do you think of the story? Was it too complicated? Was it trying to do too much, or you just went with it?
I don't think it tried to do too much, or it was too complicated to follow. It's pretty self-explanatory, thankfully.
I mean, they also have all the exposition explaining everything to you.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was a good mythology. I didn't dislike the mythology. I thought it was fine. I mean, it's not. I don't know. There's something I liked. Getting back into it again, coming from it as someone who saw it and was fond of it in like 1986. Watching it again brought back a lot of like, sort of like it was like getting into a warm bath or something. So it was cool. It brought back all these memories of like those years. But like, I don't know how much I would have enjoyed it now if I saw it for the first time. I think I still would have liked it, but I just don't know.
Let's ask Son. Son, since this was your first time seeing it, what were your thoughts of the film overall?
I didn't know what the hell was going on. I think like watching it a second time is going to be helpful because like some of the dialogue went by really quickly, and that was like kind of explaining some complex stuff about how the magic in the universe worked, and I was like, okay, I need to watch this.
Yeah, I mean the mythology probably was a little convoluted. If you think.
Like the plot was really simple, but like I guess the subplot, like the universe of it was like, what? Now there's a monster. There's a sewage monster. Like, what's going on? That was
the monster in control. Like comes out. I still don't know what that monster. And then he's on the back of the truck at the end.
Actually, I have a picture of that monster.
There you go. Like he comes out of nowhere. What is he?
Oh, there's two of them. Okay, so there's like.
Oh, wait, no, that's the one. That's not
that one.
That's a sewer monster.
No, the Yeti.
No.
Oh, the Yeti. Yeah. What's it called?
I don't understand why it had to be there.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, there was no real point. It was sort of like they had a monster person on set, and we're like, yeah, like build us something cool.
Yeah.
Dude, 100%. And the little like the ball thing.
Oh, the beholder, like the D&D
monster.
Yeah, he's from D&D. He's straight up from D&D.
The head.
I have here's a bit behind the scenes.
That's huge.
Look how creepy it is.
He's big.
I love it.
They said that cost over $100,000 to make.
Yeah. It really did.
That was that's still creepy.
And there's no point. It wasn't necessary to the story. I felt like if you
I didn't think so either.
It'd be the same story.
It's like they just had this effects budget and they wanted to throw in some cool things.
It's insane because this movie, their special effects budget was like 1.83 million, so like almost 2 million, which is very small for like a Hollywood picture. And they spent like $100,000 on it just for the beholder monster.
Yeah,
and that was hands down like the most expensive special effects thing. It was crazy complicated. It was like this giant rig. It had like 1 billion cameras. It had like all these little bladders inside to make it move and pulsate. And it required like as many as 15 to 24 people to all operate it.
Wow.
It's
a wild piece of tech.
I like when the head gets stabbed and it's just like because it makes a face like a huge sad face.
That thing gets like shot at. Like,
it gets shot at, then it gets stabbed.
Good time.
It's interesting because like when you think about it, you kind of don't need the monsters, but it feels like Carpenter's like, no, I want creature features. I want a monster in a suit, and just give it to me. And I think one of the characters explained it perfectly. It was what's her name? Margot, played by Kate Burton. She was saying like this entire situation is like an Alice in Wonderland story, which is very, very poignant because like, they go underground, they go through this weird type of portal and things just get stranger and stranger. You have crazy assassins with storm powers and you have these monsters and like the monsters, they don't really serve a lot of purpose except for like shock factor or scare factor, but they're not scary at all. Like Carpenter deliberately wanted to make them look campy and like goofy looking. So it's very strange.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, they definitely were campy. you know, when this came out in '86, you probably thought I probably thought that head was much cooler than.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally did. Like, and like, I would love to see this, you know, redone. The Rock wants to redo it. I say let him.
So cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This is a redo.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it'd be awesome.
Yeah, I believe that first, I think that was first announced like 2016, that he wanted to do something related to the project, and like people were outcry because people were freaking out that was going to be a reboot. But since then, I think maybe 2018, 2019, it's been some time. They were establishing that whatever project this is, it's going to be a sequel. It's not going to rewrite or overwrite.
We've
Jack
been
Burton.
waiting for a sequel.
I
man.
know, I wanna know.
Sasquatch was chilling on the back of that truck. Where was he?
Yeah,
And they've had tons of comic books come out. Like,
that's
Oh,
right.
they have?
kind of
Oh,
been for a sequel.
okay.
Yeah, Boom Studios did a bunch of comics. I know there was a crossover between Big Trouble and Escape from New York.
Mhm.
And then John Carpenter wrote a more recent series with Anthony Birch. It was called Old Man Jack. And it was like think Old Man Logan, but with Jack Burton. So he's like a much older, grizzled Jack. And I think he comes back into town and he deals with some other mafia gang member or something like that. So yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Well, but
I don't
will we get
acknowledge any
Carpenter's
other
band playing the
company
theme
other
song?
than Zenescope.
What'd you say, Ralph?
I said I don't acknowledge any other company other than Zenescope.
Embargo. No other publishers. All right, Krystle, so what were you saying before? Sorry.
Oh, I just asked if Carpenter would also do the theme song to the. Is he still alive?
Yeah, he's still he's doing work on the new Halloween movie or the newer ones. Like he's doing the soundtrack again for Halloween Kills, and he's also being a producer, I believe. So yeah, he's still tinkering around doing music and.
Okay, cool.
Stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he did the theme song for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, he did most of the soundtrack, the classic synth style with like electric rock guitars. Badass. I love it.
You'll
So we talked a little bit about like the monsters and the villains. Let's talk about our favorite characters. Son, who's your favorite character?
I love Jack Burton, obviously.
Yeah.
He was so funny.
Yeah.
Like, he made the whole thing like so bearable. And I also love Kurt Russell. I just think he's such an amazing actor. He just
He
kind of
really is
takes
good.
over. Like he's so charismatic. He takes over every scene that he's in, and yeah,
He
Yeah.
carries the movie.
yeah. And his lines were like they were brilliant.
So many quotable lines. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. He's without him, I don't know. Like if you put an actor that doesn't have his timing, his comedic timing, then it's just probably not watchable at this point.
He was like a side character. Like he's basically the Robin to Wang's, Batman too. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't even about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, that's true.
And that was purposeful. Like, Carpenter's always known for subverting tropes. So that was deliberate. He wrote Burton that way. And that's actually one of the big reasons why Russell signed on to the project. He was like, oh, I don't know. And then he reread the script and he found it really amusing that Jack Burton's a character who's sidekick, who thinks he's the hero, and he thinks the hero because his ego is so big, but he pulls it off because he has that charisma. So.
Right.
I do love the scene where he comes to help him fight, but the dude like takes care of it himself, and he's just sitting there like, oh, okay.
My favorite part's when they all drink the tea or whatever, the shot, whatever it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they're in the elevator, and he's just like, I feel
Yeah.
really good, and they're all
Is
like,
it getting hot in here?
yeah, and they're all like amp it up. It's actually really fun.
And the one thing that I couldn't remember from that scene is if he actually made this for them to think that it gave him all this power, or if it really did
Right.
give him all this
Placebo
power.
It's like fake confidence.
Well,
Like,
they
it was-
all knew kung fu after that, so
It was funny because that's right after that. Jack shoots in the air and knocks himself
Right.
out.
I did like when he played the nerd though. Played that so well.
Yeah.
What's his name? Henry Swanson's my name, and entertainment's my game. I have a photo of that actually. He's such a dork. I love it. Where is it?
Um,
Oh, I don't have it now. Darn it.
yeah, let's.
Oh, here we go.
We should talk about like
There he is.
It's like the Chris Farley character.
You're right.
Amazing.
Chris, you had a note about pace too. I wanted to talk about the pace. We didn't talk about pace yet, right?
No, but yeah, you want to jump in about the pacing?
I was curious what everybody thought like about the pacing. I feel like a lot of the movies we've watched, these 80s movies, especially like the pacing, it is a big difference in how movies are paced in the 80s versus now.
I felt like this was pretty fast paced.
It was
Yeah.
Compared to like our other stuff.
It was compared to some of the other ones we watched.
Yeah.
Like Dirty the Comet felt like it was going on forever.
Yeah. What was the timing on this? What was
And
the?
Dreams,
I believe it's a runtime of like an hour 40 minutes. I don't think it broke the 2-hour mark actually. Let me look it up.
Well, that's good. And, because even though it was fast paced and all that kind of stuff, I still feel like it might have been a little bit too long. But not by much.
yeah, it could have trimmed some of the exposition.
Yeah, it's an hour and 40 minutes. So this is a pretty tight film.
Yeah, as long as
Especially for an action.
the massive hats get cut. Because as a kid, like that, I wanted one of those hats so bad.
There was a lot of action in this movie. I mean, this movie is all action sequence, like a lot of action set pieces. If you think.
When did Street Fighter come out?
That was like early 90s. I want to say like 91.
No, the game.
Oh, there's a game. Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie. The game.
Chat. When did Street Fighter game come out?
Yeah, for the
Nintendo. I feel like this was like there are scenes that like look straight like the original fighting scene in the beginning when like they're in the truck. Like it just reminded me of Mortal Kombat. You are so 420.
87.
Right.
Yeah,
right. 420. My bad.
I know someone mentioned it in the chat already, but one of my favorite set of characters, the Three Storms, they were based off of the assassins from Lone Wolf and Cub, and they introduced the sort of samurai straw hat motif a lot to the Western audience, but they directly inspired the look and character of Raiden from Mortal Kombat, and Lo Pan, his character inspired Shang Tsung. And what's his name? Oh, Cary Hiroyuki. He's the guy who plays Shang Tsung in the original Mortal Kombat movies. He makes a cameo in this film, which is really awesome. Who's one of the Wing Kong gang members. That was I was eagle-eyeing the movie trying to find Shang Tsung in the middle of the film. I couldn't find him. He was probably
my friend's uncle is actually in this film, and I tried to get him to come on tonight. He is actually my favorite part of the movie. I don't know if we're like there yet, but we're just gonna jump on in.
Go ahead. Favorite part of the movie?
The guy that explodes, like he explodes himself.
Oh my god, he's Thunder.
Yeah, that's
Thunder,
my friend's uncle, and I was like, "What? That's awesome!"
That's amazing.
Okay.
So that's
I've got a
Clutter Wong, by the
question.
way.
I have a question on that because, did he know English when he did this movie?
Man, I wish he was on. Yes, that's like a Cabbage Patch version of him, but yes, like a garbage pail kid. But yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't know because he didn't really speak that much in this film. But that's a good question to ask him because I thought his character was really, really awesome as well. Like I feel like his he grunted a ton in this film, which I loved. In fact, growing up, like when we would watch this for movie nights with my friends, like we would all be like grunting afterwards, like a bunch of girls. Like, so yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, but I did love James Hong's character, Lo Pan.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite scene, Marilyn? That's a cheat. Don't cheat us.
Cheating you? I'm not cheating you.
Don't cheat us, Marilyn. That's a good question.
My favorite scene is when when Burton throws the knife at Lopan, misses, and Lopan throws it back, and then he throws it right back at him. It's like that.
Right.
That's a favorite scene.
It's all in the reflexes, and he drops that one-liner. So good.
Like the kill for the big bad of the catching the knife and throwing his head was a little bit like it was an easy out. Felt like.
I think that really works for his character, though, because Jack Burton's not a fighter. Like, he gets by with dumb luck. And
the thing is, it was foreshadowed with the bottle. Remember?
Right.
That's right. Yes.
Good call.
Good call.
Don't remember. Just watched it 2 days ago.
when they're playing the game of cards or whatever it is that they're playing, Wang and is it Wang? Yeah.
Yeah,
and Burton.
Wang Chi.
Yeah, and he's got a big old knife, and he's trying to cut the bottle in half, and instead of it being broken, it goes up, and Burton catches it right in his hand.
Right, early on.
Yeah.
Son, do you have a favorite moment in the movie?
Yeah, it would have to be the fighting scene between Wang and Rain. So when they're like in the air and they're fighting and it's ridiculous. Yeah, I could watch that over and over again. It was really funny.
So
I liked how they made
beautiful.
make it look like they were speeding through the air too. Like they did some like special effects in the background. And then he gets stabbed halfway through the air too. Like it was just so.
Right.
I'm sorry, it was really badly done, but like perfect.
And I love how Kurt Russell at the end was talking about how these guys flying around like they're on a wire, and it's funny like they were. It was just great.
Yeah,
but that was a great quote.
Very self-referential, and it's great because like, Carpenter and the rest of the team, you know, they're obviously this movie's so inspired by Hong Kong cinema, and that's like one of the big impetus of this movie. And like, so like, Carpenter was doing all those wire tricks, and like he was doing like weird, crazy angles. A lot of for that stunt work, they built out literal sets. Like 90% of this movie is all sets. Like there's only very few exterior shots.
That's what we were talking about on Twitch, and some like a small group of friends and I watched like Sword and the Sorcerer a few nights ago, another 80s flick, and they just like don't make sets anymore. Like it sucks. Like they're all like
everything's CGI.
It sucks. I hate it. Like I hate it so much. That's why I love doing this with you guys, because it's really refreshing to kind of watch some of these older films, which I super appreciate the set pieces. Like holy crap, like it probably took 6 months to a year to create these sets before they even started filming, and it's just a lost art, which is sucky, man. I want these sets back so bad. So
Nolan still builds sets. Don't worry about it.
What?
Christopher Nolan still builds sets.
Mm-hmm. But Chris Nolan has like that prestige status where he can get away with it, and all the studios will give him as much money as he wants.
He's like one of the few that's although with the Tenet kind of not doing too well. I don't know how much leeway he's getting for his next movie. Yeah, we'll see. Somebody mentioned my favorite scene already. Bruce said the alley fight. I think that was my favorite scene, the alley fight in the beginning when they're first stuck and Jack doesn't know what the hell's going on, and then he goes to run over Lopan. Like I think that was probably still my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, that's what I remember mostly from like going into this again recently, like this week. I was thinking back, and that's one of the scenes that I really remember from my childhood was that
sticks out, right?
Yeah, honestly, that was kind of like really all I had up there. That and Lopan, like, and I forgot the rest of the movie, and I completely forgot about.
Sorry.
I just completely forgot about the monsters in the movie. Like,
the monsters were pretty forgettable.
The old Lopan is like he's really goofy. Like
I love it.
He's got like sort of like this really. Yeah, it's odd his demeanor when he's first like sitting with Jack and what's the other guy, Wang?
Yeah, he did not seem threatening.
He's not threatening. Yeah. He's like very like open to like answering their questions and like explaining stuff. Like he's just and like Jack keeps just insulting him, like being cavalier, and he's just like getting insulted by this. Like it's like what?
It's interesting. Lopan has 3 different forms. Like the very beginning of the film, like when the truck is going through the alley, you see James Hong in like a long coat and a hat. And it's like,
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
That was definitely James. That definitely was him. And then he turns into like 8 foot tall Lopan, and then we see his real form in the wheelchair. So they never explained what happened or why he was, in that hat and duster. So I don't know. Maybe
because when they showed that, and I'm like, was that Lopan? It's like as a homeless person, but then there was one of the fighters kind of looked like him. So I'm like, oh, maybe it was just him, and maybe it wasn't Lopan. But okay, now that you see that, it's like, okay, I'm not crazy.
Ralph, going back to your point with the gang fight, one of the greatest side characters was in there. This guy, the most amazing henchman of all henchmen, Al Leong, from like Die Hard.
He's been in everything.
He's been in everything.
I recognize him.
See, he's the guy that I thought was the one that you saw as the truck passed. But you're saying that it was probably Lopan.
Yeah, there was a different this other Lopan. He had like a duster hat and like a long coat. He had to get his scarf. Yeah. And then Al Leong shows up as the leader of the Wing Kong. So I guess my favorite part, any scene with the 3 storms, I love the scene where they're preparing for the ritual and they're just like doing kung fu karate moves down the hallway, and they're just like doing like, and it's like, this is so cheesy and so awesome. I love it. So
that's the stuff that we used to like mimic all the time. Like I remember that mostly from the film as from like a kid.
I still love that every day. You do those moves.
I do.
Love this guy's hands.
Oh, the weapons. So
random.
I love this guy. Like, again,
looks like back scratchers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I bet you he gives a really good back scratch.
He had lightning, like the spinning forks, and they're like helicopter blades.
Another scene that I enjoyed was when Lopan and Egg were fighting with their powers.
Oh yeah, it's like a video game fight.
It reminded me of Rock'em Sock'em.
Yeah,
it really did.
Yeah, they totally did a video game fight with their power.
I think one of the grossest scenes in the movie was when they're under the water and they're kind of coming up through that cave, and they open their eyes underwater and see all the corpses.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, the hell's upside down sinners.
Looked awesome.
It looked good, yeah, for the year.
But yeah, if you think about like yourself underwater with corpses, opening your eyes,
that'd be gross.
Rotting flesh going into your eyes.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, oh my god, that's so unsanitary.
You get the water by me.
Yeah, you're gonna get flesh-eating disease for sure. For sure.
Not sanitary at all.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have been able to see as clearly as it was either.
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
So I want to put a quick pin in it because we're missing one of our esteemed panel members, Brian. But Brian has sent us his own review of the movie, so I would like to share.
Let's see it.
I hope he says something about the green eyes. Let's see it.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. And
hey guys, Brian O'Halloran here. Thank you so much for allowing me to send in this pre-recorded video of my review of the one, the only Big Trouble in Little China with the one and only Mr. Kurt Russell, the man of the 80s right there, and Kim Cattrall right here. There we go, right there. Love this movie, first of all. One of my favorites. Saw this when it came out in theaters with friends, and then every time it's been on cable and different, repeats and stuff. Totally watched it. It's great, supernatural karate movie with elements of ancient mystery, supernatural Chinese kind of legends. He had a great villain in the wonderful Lo Pan. And Lo Pan was just expertly, like brilliantly played by the one and only James Hong. You may remember him later on working on a couple of Seinfeld episodes and numerous shows. Just an absolutely great evil villain. And then he had his total gang of the three storms: thunder, lightning, and rain. Look at these badasses. I mean, come on, man. Chris, you must be all over this. You must be.
No.
I can imagine I can imagine what you're wearing right now. I can't wait to see the show.
Sorry to disappoint.
I'm
Sorry.
Chris didn't wear one of these.
But seriously, badasses all around. But when you got people like Kurt Russell, also with his good friend Wang, played by Dennis Dunn, and what happens is the actress Susie Pei plays Miao Yin, and she's captured to be sacrificed pretty much, or wed to Lo Pan, so he may gain more power. And they also then kidnap Kim Cattrall, who plays Gracie Law, and to give him his power as well. So when they go to rescue the women, they also then have a war in which they get guidance from the local Chinatown kind of wizard, I guess you could say, by the name of Egg Shen, played by Victor Wong. He's the older gentleman right up front there. And along with Egg Shen and Wang and the rest of his fantastic group of friends, and they go and fight these demons pretty much to rescue them, and also to put an end to Lo Pan's evil ways. So look, plain simple, love this movie. So many great one-liners, so many great fight scenes. The music was really great. It was that same kind of vibe that was like 48 Hours kind of thing. John Carpenter, I mean, come on, man, you can't go wrong with John Carpenter. And so they did an official making of too, which I haven't seen. The poster's badass. I mean, all the elements in the poster are just super badass. But it was the type of film that, anytime I could see it on TV, if there's nothing else on, I'm totally watching it. So let me see what the score is there, Chris. I'll put it up. I'll just wait. So yeah. So see, now I have a couple of 5s up there, which is, pretty good stuff. Okay, you can come back to me, Chris. So I think with this, that this has to be another 5.
Wow.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is a classic.
What?
Classic John Carpenter kind of extravaganza with some comedy elements in it. Kurt Russell again with Carpenter. It was just a great duo, like DiCaprio and Scorsese, and Brian O'Halloran and Kevin Smith. These type of things. Great pairings of things. So anyway, thank you guys. I'm giving it a 5. I don't know if you're up to the voting part of it yet, but I'm giving it a 5.
I guess we are
I look
now.
forward to seeing you all. I miss you guys a lot. Marilyn, I'll see you just in a couple of weeks, I think. And then Krystle, have a great week. Hope you're doing better. Also, son, I know you're going to kill it. Whatever cover we're about to release here is going to be excellent. I can't wait to get that. And also, of course, we have the great Ralph as well. So thank you, Ralph, for once again allowing me to send this video in and be a part and not miss my scoring like some sushi eating mothers do. Coming and doing the show.
Very true.
But anyway, love the show.
Spot
Can't
on.
wait to do the next one next month. Let me know what it is. I look forward to seeing
I'll let
whatever
him know.
you're going to pick for next month's edition of the Zenescope Movie Club. I'm Brian O'Halloran. I'm going to go off to hopefully this month shoot Clerks 3 coming out next year. So look forward to that with myself and maybe one of these panelists. You try to figure it out. We'll see you then. Bye.
That
Oh
was
my
great.
God.
Look at that, all one take.
What a professional.
Couple
That's so
things
good.
here. Couple things to
I'm thinking that he probably watches it regularly.
He said if it's on, he'll take it. Yeah.
He was bummed. Like, he texted me the other day and was like, I can't make it. I'm super bummed. And I'm like, dude, you're shooting like a movie. It's totally cool. I can't believe we got another 5 out of O'Halloran. This really puts me in a bad place.
No.
Are you not giving it a 5, Ralph?
No.
Me neither.
Whoa.
It's hard to get a 5, man. You can't just get 5s willy-nilly.
Don't
Like,
worry, I will destroy
Chris
the curve
Samson.
with my 5.
I'm
All
not
right,
on the
all right, Chris.
Everything's a 4 or a 5.
Chris, can we throw up the score real quick to see?
Yeah,
what it
I
was?
have it right here.
I really,
So John said it deserves a 5.
Yeah, this movie does deserve. What's up, Grave Mistake?
Let's see.
Welcome.
Let's see. I want to see how many 5s have been given so far.
Oh, damn it. I've given the most 5s. Nope, Chris. Chris.
No, I've given the most 5. Oh, no,
I've
we're
given
tied.
2
We're
5s
tied.
already.
We're tied on 5s, Krystle.
Holy shit! Wait, Brian's going to be up to 2 5s.
Oh, wait, that was Edward Scissorhands. Just kidding.
Brian's giving out his third 5.
Hell
So
yeah, Chris. You gave out the Predator a 5. Good for you.
Krystle and Chris are about to be on 4 5s. I know that already.
Mm.
Chris is going back to back to back 5s.
Yes.
So this
Son,
this is
you didn't give the
wow.
Predator a 5.
I know. I feel
I'm putting
really
my
bad
vote down
about
right
it.
now. 5. I don't care.
Marilyn and I are the strictest. Actually, Son's pretty strict. Marilyn, me, and Son are more grounded graders. I feel like.
I think so. Yeah, I believe that.
I feel like
and-
this one and Chris definitely grade with their heart more than.
Yeah. We're like, yeah.
And I was just looking at my numbers. It's like, all right, what did I give that? And I was like, oh, okay,
Let's-
but yeah, see, this like I see this better than that. So it's like, yeah. So
We have to do. I feel like we have to do a Clerks 3 movie night wedged in here now
We gotta.
when it comes out,
Oh, for
and have Marilyn and Brian talking about their own movie.
hell yeah.
Oh my god, it'd be like a commentary track.
Something
Yes.
to think about. We should do original Clerks. Maybe we should do that one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Can we do a marathon of all 3 Clerks films? Come on, please, Ralph.
well,
Thinking.
it'll be a while. I mean, because Clerks 3 won't be out until sometime next year.
Yeah, and we gotta wait for it to be. So maybe we'll have to do a Clerks night. All right. Anyway, let's go to scores. Just my head's going now.
Okay.
All right.
Who wants to start?
Chat, throw up your scores while we're scoring as well. I want to know chat scores, even though I know half of chat scores already.
Oh yeah, what's everybody saying here? Like,
I'm getting some 5s
David
from
Ross.
Western Man.
David Ross does not like this movie. 2
A
out
lot
of
of 5s.
Oh.
Holy. We got a 2. We got a 4.69. A lot of 5s. A lot of
Yeah. It's a cult classic.
4.
Is anyone giving a 6.2 on the Richter scale? Please?
All right. So who wants to start? Who feels like starting?
I'll start.
Yeah.
Marilyn, go for it.
So I was torn, but looking at the numbers that I've previously given, and I forget which one I gave a 4, and I'm like, I can't quite put this one at a 4 when I really liked that one. It was Underworld. So I'm kind of torn, like a 3.5 or 3 3/4, like 3.75. You know.
We don't give a lot of the 3/4 usually.
Yeah. So
it's a legal grade.
Yeah.
It's interesting, Marilyn, because you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I would give it a 3.75. 3.75.
3.75 is a really, really
Very
good
exact.
grade.
You also gave a 3.75 for Flash Gordon, and for Edward Scissorhands, you gave it a 4.25.
Right, and so that's what I was looking at. I was like, you know, I gotta go accordingly.
Birthday girl, do you have a grade besides
You
a
know what
5?
I'm giving this movie?
5 for Krystle.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why I asked.
Well, yes, I'm giving this a 5. I feel like this movie was such a 80s like staple. Like there have been countless art made from this movie. I mean, this is just when you think of Kurt Russell, you think of, I think of Big Trouble in Little China, and like I just, yeah, and you know, granted, rewatching it, it was not as good as I remembered, but because I saw it as a kid, this holds a very like a time in my life that I loved and I love to revisit, and the nostalgia from this alone. Before I even rewatched it this week, I was like, "Oh, I'm giving that one a 5." Like,
Nice thing, because Krystle and Chris, judging with their hearts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Son, do you have a final score? Your score will be the most realistic because you
The most objective.
most objective. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, okay, I'm not gonna give it a 5 because it doesn't hold any like emotional kind of thing for me, right? Obviously, but it was still super entertaining, and I don't think there was any like boring moments through it. So I'd give it a 4 for that. I think.
Ooh, that's still
That's
pretty good.
impressive.
Pretty good. I
I'm
mean,
not having any
early on, you
nostalgia.
weren't a big fan of this movie. But I was expecting like a 2.5 from it.
I was too, honestly. Like if I had just seen this movie like last week, I don't know what I would give it.
No,
I'd
you
be
would have
like,
given it a
what the
2.5 probably.
hell? Probably.
Well, I also thought it was super creative. I loved like the monsters, and I love that everything was handmade. So yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
but not
Okay.
quite a 5 because like Underworld, Edward Scissorhands, like a 5, I keep it for like my favorite movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Fives are precious.
Son
Chris,
has standards.
Chris, do we have to ask?
You know, I just try.
We have to ask what you gave this movie. Chris.
Me? Yeah,
Yeah.
6.2. 6.2 on the Richter scale.
That's not illegal. That's not
Oh my
illegal.
gosh.
Are you giving
Okay, 5. It's
4 in a row? We're going for 5 in a row.
4 in a row. I already put it. I put it at the beginning of the show. It's already. It was destined, and it was written in the stars. It was written in Egg Shen's 6 Demon Bag. This movie's so great. It's so fun, so campy, lots of action. There's something in it for everyone. My most recent rewatch, like the only double take I had was like I didn't remember how much exposition it was, but it didn't bother me because again, I rate with my heart. Like there's so many quotable lines, like all the actions. I'm such a huge fan of like Hong Kong cinema and monsters, and it has all of that in here. So 5, and I love Kurt Russell. So there you go.
Exactly. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think like one thing that really bothers me is that like having a green-eyed Chinese girl is very beautiful and very rare, but having a green-eyed like American girl, I feel like we're everywhere, and she was not special at all.
And Lo Pan was waiting for 2,000 years. 2,000 years in San Francisco.
But anyway,
I'm gonna give you the correct rating because this is the correct rating, and it's really low. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually I'm more on board with Marilyn, of course, and Son as usual. But I agree with Krystle. I'm actually on board with Krystle because I'm coming at it from the same way she is. If I didn't see this movie when I was a kid and I didn't love it when I was a kid, I don't think I would have given this movie above a 3.
yeah, same.
But because it had a lot of nostalgia, or it brought me back to that time in my life, it's just automatically is getting a bump up. So it's a 4 for me. It's a 4, which is a good
still
score.
good.
It's a really good score as a 4. I mean, 5 to me is like almost perfect movie.
I don't think I would have dated you back in the day because of that, but okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, terrible.
So it looks like with the average scoring, this A Big Trouble in Little China has an average score on our system with a 4.5 average rating. Well, technically it's like 4.45, but you know.
What does Rotten Tomatoes give it?
That's a good question. Rotten Tomatoes. Do a Rotten Tomatoes check. I should say that Joe almost came out of retirement to do this because it's one of his favorite movies of all time. So he might have given it a 5.
Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. It got a 75% on the tomato meter and 82% for average audience score.
So 72. It's kind of goes along with my ranking then at 70%.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, almost perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked at your rating, Son. I'm still kind of surprised.
Oh, Son knows good when she sees it.
Son has good taste.
Speaking of Son,
by the way, Marilyn, we're giving y'all shit. It's okay that you gave it 3.75.
You know what? I live by my convictions or for ratings, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Good.
I don't know. Son,
yeah.
son, I'm gonna text you real quick because I need something from you.
I will say this though. It's like I know some of you know, but not everybody knows. I actually got to work with James Hong on an independent film that I worked on, and I was thoroughly intimidated that I was going to be doing hair and makeup on this guy that has had like the best of the best out there doing his hair and makeup, especially in Big Trouble in Little China. Totally immediately came to mind. But he was playing not Lopan, but someone, mystic or someone who actually trained someone else in martial arts and stuff like that. So he brought in his own Fu Manchu, which I got to put on him. He had this little diagram of something to put on his face, and he was such a pleasure to work with. Really was.
That's awesome.
amazing.
That's seriously awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very
Marilyn, you're a celebrity. You're famous, and you're rubbing shoulders with all the best. That's awesome. So Ralph, are we good to go to?
We're good. We're good on time. I thought I had a hard out, but I'm okay. So, but Anil said I don't want to keep everybody on. I don't want to keep Krystle on her birthday. So let's go Sons.
Yes, let's do it.
Yes.
So,
I'm
this
working
is
on your
Krystle.
request. I'm working on your request. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for my. Sorry to do that to you. I couldn't find it, so I'm trying to. I have the cover. Don't worry, but I needed something else to show.
What's
But,
This
the
isn't the actual one, but this is gonna be good enough.
Yeah, I'm doing. That's okay. We're doing a teaser for next month.
Mhm.
So here were the layouts, guys, for Big Trouble Little China layouts.
Oh, which one did we go with?
Okay, so are you ready for the one we went with?
I am.
No one said
Three,
anything. No one said
two,
ABC.
one.
Here we go.
Hey!
Yes. Love it. With the Zenescope
Hey.
dragon.
Oh, I like
So
the truck.
cool. There you go. Son, this is so cool.
There it is.
And it's Gretel, my favorite character. What up?
This is just such a fucking cool cover.
So did you do this before or
Amazing.
after watching the film?
Oh, way before. Way
Oh, wow.
before. Yeah.
It's got such great detail in the background too. It's
And
amazing.
it's
I love
such
the
a good-
truck. The truck is so cool.
Yeah.
I love
the
Okay.
lightning in the background in the corner. Oh, so good.
There's a couple of Easter eggs in here because I looked up some facts about the movie before I did this. So if you look carefully, it says Zenescope Express.
Oh, it does. Yes. Hell yeah.
Where?
It's on
I
the
thought it'd be
grill.
kinda
It's on the grill of the
cute.
car where the hauling ass decal should have been on the Pork Chop Express.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I guess it
Yes.
cuts it for us in the. Okay.
Yeah, just look in the bottom left. It's definitely there. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, like super heavily influenced by the iconic Drew Struzan poster. I'm such a huge fan of his. So, even when I was like first starting out with art, I remember like looking up he had this amazing tutorial, and I still use his tips and tricks like with everything that I do. So for me, this was like a way to, just I guess homage him, and yeah. So I had a lot of fun with this one. What else can I say about it? Oh, I really apologize for anyone who can actually speak any Chinese dialect, but I used Google Translate to find out how I could sign my name. So like right there underneath.
Oh, wait, next
restaurant,
to the pavilion? Is that
it's supposed to say Sun, like, and so it's supposed to say Sun Art Store, but it says Sun, or it could totally say male genitals. So it's like one or the other.
It's like the tattoo. It's like the tattoo you get that you don't know is the wrong.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I really hope it
God.
says Sun. And if it doesn't, then it can be another memory for y'all.
Yeah, we're putting a call out to all fluent Mandarin Cantonese speakers, and like if Sun's kanji is wrong, let us know.
Yeah, please.
I like the thunder on the bottom right.
Oh, thank you.
I love that touch. It's so
Or
cool.
lightning, excuse
Yeah.
me. You can't see thunder.
It was fun to like turn the logo, like the t-shirt logo, into the dragon. So that was actually kind of fun to do. Yeah.
Love it. Very cool.
Male genitals.
There it is. That's
Exactly.
up on our site, I think now. It should be up there.
Mhm. And just as a reminder, this awesome collectible, well, the 250 version, which you're seeing on the screen right now, it also comes with a sticker for the Collectors Club poster program. So
I love the stickers
grab these quick.
so much. The stickers are my favorite part.
Crystal, for your birthday, I'm going to send you a whole bunch of stickers because I know how much you love stickers.
Oh my
So
god, yes!
we have so many left over in the warehouse. I'll hook you up. Don't
I
worry.
love them.
So good.
Man, big fan.
And
I didn't hear like the last like minute and a half. Oh well, that's fine.
we were just ranting about how much Crystal loves stickers.
And how awesome your work is, as usual.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Because it's just seriously amazing. I love the brush strokes in the sky for this one too.
It's very cool. And
yeah.
oh, we also have a Z-rated version right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Z-rated bar
Who
across.
keeps doing this to my artwork? I think it's Ralph.
Comes without the Z.
Ralph,
What?
how dare you?
He
What?
takes all of my covers and makes them topless. What's up?
That's not my idea. That's somebody else's idea.
Wait. I'm sorry. Do you not draw the? You draw the titties
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
right?
I'm
Okay,
just-
I was like,
I
wait,
draw-
giving him a hard
what? I thought you had another artist do it. I was like, I'm sorry,
You
what?
outsource
Damn.
your boobs to someone else.
Damn, y'all got me. Y'all got me good.
One's against boobs. Son is anti-boobs, so she makes.
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay, son, did you send me that or no?
Oh, I think so.
Oh wait, there it is. Okay, hold on. Oh, that's okay. This
That's
is
not
good.
that's not the right one. I don't know if you want to
It's
show that.
not- Oh my god, that's hilarious. Hold on, I have to upload it.
Technical
Chris,
difficulties. Yes,
Chris,
yes.
talk about something while I
Yes,
upload.
of course. I would love to talk about stuff. So, again, son, you are amazing. You have yet another stellar cover from. You're just so talented, and
So
this is, I
talented.
think this is going to be a
Thank you,
really,
Chris.
really awesome selling book, and they should be available on the web store, if not now,
Yeah,
in the
I
next
think
15
Mark is uploading it now.
Sweet. Very cool. So
Okay,
again, like I
I
said before, there's a
I have
250 print run. There's a Z-rated version, limited 100 copies. Oh, thank you, green screen. And you also have the showcase edition. This is part of the Movie Club's subscription program. It comes with the showcase edition, so printed on a heavier quality paper, museum style.
Yeah, the
And,
showcase is really awesome because it's usually going to get like a 9.9 or sometimes a 10.
Okay,
It,
I didn't realize they were different ones because you guys have been sending us the really fancy ones. So
We're
thank
sending the fancy ones.
You're sending
Yeah,
the showcase?
yeah. Oh, snap.
Oh my god!
And also comes with a mini art print as well. So there
Okay.
you go.
Are you guys ready to reveal next month's?
Yeah.
Yes, do
Does
it.
everyone know what the movie is? Yeah, right?
I do.
Some do.
I do.
Some do. We
We
published the
printed
schedule
it.
before.
I think we printed the schedule now, but
Yeah.
we can preview. We can show you the layout, which is I didn't know I was a part of this, son.
You're not. It's a joke.
I know. I figured that. You're not part of it, Ralph. Okay. Are you ready? Because you'll see if you figure this out. Who's going to get it first?
Ready.
Oh my god.
Can't wait.
Is that Lost Boys?
Oh no, it froze on my end.
Uh-oh.
It's not
Marilyn
on.
Frozen.
Yes, Crystal, you got it right. Christopher
Marilyn.
Milano. That's right. Lost Boys is the
Bro.
next movie.
Dude, I haven't seen that in a decade as well. Shit, I'm old.
My God, a young Keith Sutherland. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
So Lost Boys, guys. Now this could be a 5.
Yes,
This could be a
I would agree with that. I would agree with
I
that.
don't know. It's been a while.
Give-
I
can
do
you
know
all these
Tommy
five?
Capello. Tommy Capello with the saxophone makes this movie. I don't know if you guys remember the saxophone scene in Lost Boys.
I do.
It's been a
actually.
very long time since I've
I
seen
do.
it.
Probably the
Vaguely.
best saxophone scene in any movie ever made.
I would have to say though, Lost Boys is probably, out of all that we've even seen, Lost Boys is probably the one that I've seen the most recent, but it's still been a little bit.
Well, get ready, because it's going to be a wild one. We'll get Brian back. We're trying to get a guest. We'll see if it works. I'm not going to get anybody's hopes up.
It's okay. We have the most amazing panel right here.
You have a great
Guests
panel.
are great, but we're great.
I think Brian will be back.
I think shooting is up until the 28th.
No.
For him. So and actually, as soon as he's done shooting, I believe he goes to a convention. I don't know where, so it's kind of going to be iffy to see him, even for me, as well.
Now I'm sad. Here's the link to the cover, by the way. I'm putting it in there.
And I'm kind of sad too, because I love Lost Boys, so it's like I'll do what Brian just did, but so
okay.
We have some announcements.
We'll miss you both.
So if you girls want to roll, you are more than welcome. You can stay, you can leave. We have a few things we want to talk about real quick. So I don't know what you guys are up to, but I wanted, Chris and I were going to talk a little bit about like some stuff we have coming up. So
yeah, is there anything you wanna
yeah,
plug
you
or
wanna
tease
plug?
in the
I mean,
future?
yeah, plug whatever you want to plug too, by the way.
well, anybody who wants to catch as much as I can say of Clerks 3, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Marilyn Ghigliotti. Twitter is That Clerks Girl. Maybe, I don't know, I'll do a TikTok or two. I don't know, but that's what I'll be busy with. And then I'm just gonna, because I'm back home, we'll visit with some family and friends, and then go and see my daughter, after we shoot. So it's gonna be a crazy month for me.
I feel like I haven't seen you in so long. It's sad.
You haven't.
We used to see each other every few weeks.
Yeah.
No, never.
It's okay. Marilyn has great things ahead of her. Clerks 3, very, very exciting.
That's awesome news. Son, would you like to plug anything?
Oh, sure. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Son Khamunaki. And yeah, I'm actually working on my comic finally. Script is done, so I'm really, really excited to show you guys what I've been working on for like 100 years.
Did we
That's
talk
great.
about this?
Yeah.
Did we talk about it?
Son, is this tied to your Patreon? Patreon.com/AutoSun. You should follow
Oh,
that.
yes, that too. Yes.
Yeah.
You can follow me on support me on Patreon. I'm doing some cool stuff, lots of fan art on there. So if you want to follow, it's like $5 and it goes a long way. I send you guys like high res. I think that's the way art should be enjoyed, is like high res. So I send you guys high res files and stuff. So
all the pixels, 300 DPI.
Every brushstroke you get to see and zoom in on. So
you got to tell us more about it. Oh, sorry.
Son, do you draw digitally on computer? Is that how you do it?
On a tablet. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's right.
Krystle, you're at Krystle Starr X.
Yep. And it's my birthday, so we're gonna go celebrate on Twitch.
Twitch birthday party with Krystle. Spend her birthday with her, please.
Yeah. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just chilling.
No hot tub.
I got rid of the hot tub and moved.
Oh no!
Oh, I hope you get rid of the clip-ons.
Yeah, well, yeah. The toddies were just so heavy, man. Holy crap! So silly.
I love it.
Krystle wore fake boobs on her stream, and then I guess probably a lot of people thought they were real. I'm assuming.
Yeah, dude. Even people that I went to like high school with were like, "You did it! You got them! You got your Bitcoin titties!" I was like, "Oh."
The best part about it is they're so obnoxiously big. Like,
yeah, like they were the size of my head, and I was just like, "No, guys."
That's hilarious.
No. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me.
Guys.
Working on some books, and we are going to the art stage soon, so that's kind of fun. And then other than that, I've just been painting and chilling and living life, man.
So
yeah.
I wanted to make a couple quick announcements. For those who are just tuning in, our new book is out this week, Possessive, Okay, this is written by Adam F. Goldberg. If you watch the Goldbergs on TV, everybody's seen the Goldbergs. If you haven't, you should. But Adam wrote this with Hans Rodionoff. Just came out. Please pick it up. It's a really hilarious story about a loser who falls in love with the ghost that haunts his house. So it's getting great.
I'm reading it.
Got great reviews so far. We'd love for you to support that book.
Amber hosted an episode of NCW or New Comics Wednesday this past Wednesday. So we talked a little bit about Possessive, as well as the brand new issue of Grim Fairy Tales 2021 Swimsuit Edition, where Amber and I make a cameo as our kid versions of ourselves, which is really cool. So check it out.
Chris is in a comic book.
Woo!
I have not killed.
Wow.
I haven't killed Chris off in one of my comics yet.
Yeah, Dave has. You know,
I kill Jason off all the time. However, let's talk a second about the VIP event. Our VIP event is this coming August 20th and 21st. If you're not a VIP, please consider joining. It's $99 for life. For life, guys, girls, you hear this?
It's pretty amazing.
Pretty cool.
Pretty fantastic.
And you can accrue points. You could be, if you accrue enough points, you can spend those points to be killed off in the comic book if you want to.
That's right. Cameo, baby.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love
So
that.
our VIP event is August 20th. It's only open to VIP, so you have to join. If you're interested in joining the VIP program, just email Adrian at vip@zenescope.com. And she will
also posted a link to the VIP membership page in the comments, so check it out.
And we have the interactive events really cool. We play interactive games. We're gonna we have a bunch of different games we're playing with VIPs online on StreamYard. We also are doing a writer's room again. Last year that was most popular sign up event. We're gonna have VIPs come on and sit in the writer's room and break a story with us. So
how cool is that? That's really cool.
Yeah, and we're actually publishing one of the stories we broke last year at the VIP event. We're actually going to publish it finally in 2022 in one of our anthology books. So that story that we broke with some of our VIPs is going to finally be published.
Good job, Mr. John.
John D'Amico, the Mushroom Man. He was part of that panel or part of that group last year.
Yes,
he just said that he survived being in a comic book as well. He's a golden VIP member.
He is.
John is like the highest of the high.
A lot of people do like to get killed off in the comic. It's interesting how many people want to be killed.
That's how I begged Dave to kill me, and in a Gretel issue, my heart gets ripped out. It was the best.
I've never put myself in a comic book.
We should change.
Maybe I'll kill myself in a comic book. That would be weird. So those are the two big. That's the big thing we have going on. Please, if you guys are interested, email Adrian. Chris, do we have any other announcements other than? Next month's movie. Yeah, Chris is
I have a few. So just jumping on Ralph's point, Adrian and I are working on the sign-up sheets. So stay tuned. Sometime like next week, we're going to be releasing sign-ups. Like Ralph said before, some events are going to be extremely, extremely popular, like the writer's room. There's one special event I know we've been teasing for like a year and a half, and it's actually going to happen now. D&D Live, D&D. I'm going to be running some D&D, so it's actually going to happen. So if you want to be, you want to be a part of those events, you got to be Johnny on the spot with those signups. So stay tuned, check your email, check out our social media. August 10th, we'll be hosting a retailer live stream with Nankin Hardware. So please tune in to help support local brick and mortar comic book shops. And we
raised thousands of dollars for local retailers all across the country so far. I think we're at over $10,000 raised for different comic book shops. So
nice.
When you guys tune into those streams, it really helps local stores that have been hit over the last year and a half with COVID and everything.
That's right. Like 50% of all of our proceeds of those live stream events go directly towards the owners of the comic shops. So it's a way of giving back to the comic book community, especially in light of COVID. So tune into that. my last point of order, we are about 5 or 6 days away from the Van Helsing box at Kickstarter from wrapping up. We funded it like the first 3 hours, so that's insane. So everyone who's funded that and here in the chat, please, thank you so much for pledging and supporting us. We're about, I think, I haven't checked since yesterday, but I think we're at least like 3,000 away from our next stretch goal. So we still have like 5 or 6 days left. So you want to, if you know someone who is a fan of Van Helsing, or maybe they've never heard of Van Helsing, but would love really awesome dark fantasy comic books with a badass steampunk monster hunter, this box set is for you.
Yeah,
so go to Kickstarter.
Yeah, click the link if you can. We're almost at 55,000, so which will unlock another level. So we appreciate everybody who's already pledged as well. So it's a really cool box set, and that's all. That's all we got, I guess, girls.
That's it. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you to our guests. Happy birthday, Krystle. You're the best.
Bye.
We out.
See ya.